I think a lot of people assume that it takes a long time to build up a great wine property and a great wine brand. Generations. It used to be thought that several generations were necessary to do this, but these days people are doing it not just in one lifetime, but in a fraction of a lifetime. I'm Huon and you're watching The Real Review. Levantine Hill, their first vintage was 2012, and only 10 years ago, but they have already started making some of the better wines in the Yarra Valley. It's quite an extraordinary story. This wine is the Levantine Hill Syrah 2017 vintage. The Girasati family, who own Levantine Hill, are regarded as one of the most wealthy families in Victoria. They built their fortune out of property development, but they are also great philanthropists. But let's have a sniff. Very, very spicy and fragrant and earthy and dried flower petals, dried stalks, dried herbs of various kinds. It's a really, really interesting and complex nose. But there's a lot of pepper there as well, which is part of the variety, of course. Other types of spices, cumin perhaps, Indian spices definitely coming out there. Let's have a taste. Wow. Lots of dried herbs and spices. There's a bit of thyme. That is gorgeous. There is definitely a whole bunch of character about this wine, which are those undergrowth and forest floor, and sometimes a touch of Italian bitter herbs like Campari, that sort of thing. You can smell in wine which has been partly bunch fermented, with the stalks in the fermentation. It all gives an extra degree of perfume and complexity to the wine. How do we score it? We score it 95 out of 100, which is, of course, a gold ribbon score. As far as aging goes, we've said drink it now and for 10 years hence. What do we think it should go with? We've decided on macaroni cheese, which is one of those classic dishes. You can serve this with anything with protein. Meats, even fish, but cheeses and dishes that have cheese are really good with a wine like this, because it's not a big wine. It's an elegant, medium to full-bodied wine, and macaroni cheese with a bit of bacon in it. There's a little extra meatiness, extra protein, would go really well. So good health. If you've enjoyed this, follow us and subscribe to The Real Review.